dudes, what's up? It's an assassin. So, I haven't been here in a while. I know that. But I've had a lot of stuff. But today, if you can't tell from the title, I wanted to talk about Final Fantasy 15. Now, this game is a game, right? I don't know if you've heard about this game yet, but it's been out since November of last year, right? Of 2016. There you go. It's made by Square Enix. Sorry if you keep hearing my creaking of the chair. Whatever. So it's made by Square Enix. And they took about 10 years. 10 years to make this game. So, pretty long. Really long. But that's okay. That's fine. So, what I want to talk about today is about the ending. Now, spoiler alert, of course. Now, if you haven't played the game, go play it. Pretty great game. Of course, there are some issues with the story and other things. Even though it took 10 years, there's still some errors. So, the ending. Now, a lot of people have been going back and forth about what actually happened in the ending. Now, the back and forth is going from, did everyone die or did everyone live? Basically it. And I've come to say my opinion on that story. Chair, can you stop? I think that everyone lived. Now, I don't need, in the comments down below being like, oh, blah, 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 they definitely all died, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to prove what I think, that everybody lived. Now, here's the thing. If we look at the scene, I think the ending is like a Titanic moment. Now, let me explain that. So, in the ending, we see that... Chair, stop. We see that Noctis is killed by his father and goes into the crystal, I guess, and kills Arden. And, Arden dies. Well, while he's dying, you see that, Lunafreya, comes in and touches him, and then, the boys are there, Regis... I think it goes Regis, Prompto, Noctis, Gladiolus Ignis, I think. I'm not for sure on that, but I think it's that. And then they all hold out their hands, and then Noctis kills Arden. And then, after the credits come up, there's a scene where all of the guys are sitting at a campfire. And the first words that come up is Noctis, and he goes, how long has it been since we did this? And Ignis goes, it's been an eternity. Now, that's the main point that I wanted to focus on, is just that line specifically right there. So a lot of people think that was like the afterworld, heaven or whatever, and that everybody died, because Prompto, Ignis, and Gladiolus, after Noctis goes into the kingdom, into the the castle, whatever, the palace, the monsters come up, and they have to go kill them, right? And so a lot of people think that the guys died there and joined Noctis when he went to go kill Arden. But here's the thing. If you look at Arden's face there, he's definitely surprised a little bit just from seeing the guys. That's what I think. He kind of looks like he kind of knows what's going on. Because if you think about it, nobody can enter the crystal besides Noctis and Arden, right? Or the gods or whatever. So I feel like they didn't actually die. They're just in spirit with Noctis. And Noctis is like, those are my family. That's the people I love. They're here to support me. So on and so forth. So I don't think they actually died. But then we come to the scene at the end with the campfire. And that's when I think they're dead. But here's my thing on it. I think it was a Titanic moment, to where Titanic had everyone died, of course. Not everyone. But the gist of it, Titanic, it sunk. It killed a lot of people. And then in the movie, Rose died. Rose didn't die until the very end, when she was old and she already lived her life. But when she died, she joined the rest. She joined Titanic and joined the rest of the people that died there, as including Jack. Now that's why I think that Final Fantasy 15 takes that approach. Is that at the campfire scene, it just looks like the Noctis had already died, of course, and that the rest of the guys joined him after they lived their life. This, I think, is because, one, I really want the guys to live long, happy lives. And I know for a fact Noctis can't do that because, of course, he has to die to save the world. But the rest of the guys, I want them to live long, happy lives. I want them to. So that might be a little biased towards this theory, but still, you can take into effect what I'm saying, even without that little bias towards it. So then, the second part is that whole thing where Noctis is like, how long has it been? And Ignis says it's been an eternity. Now, that word, that context, is really weird to say, don't you think? It's been an eternity. Eternity, when someone says eternity, that's a really long time. And people do think, when they think of eternity, is like a godly thing, right? Like a heavenly thing. Like, it's been an eternity since I've seen you, because you most likely died, right? So what I think happened is that Ignis, Gladiolus, and Prompto all died later in life, and they joined Noctis in heaven, or whatever they have in Eos. And so Noctis asked them how long has it been, and they said an eternity, because technically for Noctis it's been a long time. He's been in heaven, or wherever he is, without his friends or whatever. And then they all died, and of course they all died at like whatever age, right? 90, 80, whatever age they died, which for Noctis probably felt like a long time, and felt like a long time towards the guys too. So saying that it's an eternity makes sense in that aspect. So if you put that all together, it sounds like a Titanic type of moment, to where Noctis had died to save Lucius and to save the world, and the rest of the guys joined him later in life, after they died and had lived their lives. And they joined him, and it felt like an eternity for all of them, because they all love each other, and they all are best friends, and just, it's been so long since they've seen one another and been able to sit at a campfire and talk. So that's why I think it's a Titanic moment. So others think that they've all died, and at the end there, when you see them with Noctis and killing Arden, I don't think they're there, because they keep flashing back and forth to where you see Noctis, and then you see Noctis with the guys, and then you see Noctis, and then you see Noctis with the guys. So it just makes no sense to me why they would do that. Plus, nobody can enter into the crystal besides Lucian blood. So why would Prompto, Gladiolus, and Ignis be there, right? They can't. There's no way. Even if they died, there's no way for that to happen. So that's why I think that it was a Titanic type of moment. Definitely put down in the comments what you think it was. Do you think they're all dead? Do you think they're all living? Any other theories? There's a lot of theories out there about Final Fantasy 15. There's like alternate dimensions, and like the wedding scene that you see Noctis marry Luna. There's like this thing where it's an alternate reality, stuff like that, different timeline. There's a lot of stuff, but I may or may not go into that later in the future anyways. But for now, I just wanted to say my thoughts on the ending. So definitely post down in the comments what you think, any other theories, anything else you want to tell me. And yeah, hope you dudes did enjoy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button with your repulsor blast to become part of the AU Avengers Unlimited. And hit that like button with your Master Sword. And you know what came out? Legend of Zelda, guys. Woo! So I've been playing that too, so that's why I haven't been recording. Oopsie. I'm almost done with the game though. So yeah. Go check me out on Twitch, because I do Twitch stream sometimes. Definitely gonna start up my gaming channel back up again and start up this back up again. So we'll see how all that goes. Alright. See you dudes later. Bye.